coast to coast, over to the senior, Gabe Norberg. Got the charge there. That's a good defensive play. That's a little Euro step on your feet.
Good evening and welcome to the historic Watertown Civic Arena, the legendary home of the Watertown Arrows. You're watching Arrow TV, the best high school broadcast produced entirely by high school students and community members. I am Cam Corey and I'm your host for tonight's action. First time ever, I'm joined by Jeremy Herbold.
Hello, how you doing, Cam?
Great. Hey, we've got history in the making tonight.
First time ever, and it's really the Battle of Watertown. Watertown High School, the Arrows, taking on the Panthers of Great Plains Lutheran. Never happened before in boys basketball, but it's going down tonight.
And we're part of history.
We're part of history.
Hey,
good.
That's kind of exciting.
Very exciting, yeah.
Well, you mentioned it. It's not just like a crosstown clash. This truly is a milestone for both of these programs. As we look at the records for both of these teams, and Great Plains Lutheran, first, they haven't played a double-A team this year. I don't know. Looking
Ever?
at their history, I don't know.
It's a really good possibility that they maybe never have played a double-A team. It's not that common for a lot of schools, but yeah, they're going outside the box tonight, taking on a double-A school, Watertown. But on the flip side, Watertown's doing the same, going down to take on a Class A team.
Yeah, which is true, and they've done that in the past. They haven't done that this year. But what's it like, Jeremy, for a Class A team to play at that double-A? What can we kind of maybe expect here tonight?
Well, it's almost kind of like when you're looking at, even like going maybe from high school to college. Sometimes the speed can be a little bit different. I think that's gonna be the thing that's probably gonna get to them right away, is like things will be a little bit faster than probably what they're used to, because double-A ball is really kind of different than what you see in Class A or Class B basketball. So that'll be the big thing. The speed, maybe also the size could be a different story as well. That could be a big benefit for the Arrows tonight.
Well, and we do know the Arrows got a couple of, they're only sophomores, but they stand at 6'5". And so we know they've got the height advantage in this match. But let's talk about the Watertown Arrows a little bit. They come into tonight with a 1-4 record. Their one victory came just about a month ago in the very first game of the season, and that was against Brookings.
Yes, very much. It was Brookings in the first game of the season, and Watertown really dominated that from start to finish. Final score in that one was 78-45, so we started off with a bang. But then after that, number one team came to town from AA, Mitchell, and it was Mitchell getting the win, and then we lost to T-Area, Brandon Valley, and then O'Gorman last night, which was 79-48. So we're on a 4-game losing skid, but all 4 of those teams are very good.
You nailed it. They're the top teams, rated teams in South Dakota AA action. One of the things that we can expect out of any Pat McClemon's coach team is they are going to work hard.
Absolutely, and that's one thing, we were kind of talking about this before we went on air. We love how Pat McClemon's coaches. He's kind of old school, hard-nosed, and those kids, he really knows how to get that energy out of them. And I think the Arrows are going to be coming out fired up tonight and want to get back in that win column after being on that 4-game skid.
I agree with you. I think one of the things that we're going to see is it would surprise me if the Arrows don't come out in a full court press. We know Coach McClemons loves a man-to-man defense, heavy, glue man-to-man defense, and we kind of expect that here tonight. At the forefront of the Arrows, we have actually the coach's son. He stands at 6'4", and that is Jackson McClemons. He's a junior, so we've got another year, but he's the leader of this Watertown team. He averages 17 points per game, which is a team lead. And then he also leads the team defensively with 2.6 steals per game. Joining him in the backcourt, and Caden Decker, I'm a fan of Caden Decker. He's a 5'11 junior, but I just think his defense is phenomenal.
Second to none on the defense there. Caden really goes hard, and he makes things happen. He's that little dog out there that is just very disruptive for the opponents.
Yeah, and I think the reason I really like watching him is, and we see maybe NBA and not a lot of defense, and we're seeing even the AAU ball, not a lot of defense. It becomes this, offensive game and one-on-one stuff. And Caden Decker it plays that defense and brings a whole different, I think, point to the game.
Absolutely. If you're the guy that he's guarding, you're probably in for a long night. And you're going to be probably pretty annoyed by the time the game is over, because he's going to go 100% the entire time. Back to Jackson McClemens, too. He's got good height, and he can shoot from wherever, and he's not scared to throw it up there. And I think he's due to catch some fire here tonight.
Yeah, I think that absolutely could happen. Caden Decker also, he averages 9.8 points per game, so he's not just a defensive mammoth out there. He's definitely helps on that offensive side. Mitch Olson stands at 6'3". He leads the team with 4.4 rebounds per game. And then there is 6'1" junior guard Gabe Norberg, who he leads the team in dishes in 3.8 assists per game and does add in 7.6 points per game as well. And then we talked about those sophomores in Isaac Rehorst, Jack Mack. They stand at 6'5". Carter Bisker joins the match at 6'2". Spencer Wenches is 6'2". So they've got some height.
Yeah, they're really, especially some of those younger guys, they got the height and they're bringing it. And, Watertown, they got a lot of players that are going to probably see that court tonight. And one thing we've kind of noticed here in the past couple home games, it seems like we struggled a little bit shooting from the floor in our own gym. Maybe that'll be the difference here tonight for Watertown, is starting to see some of those friendly rolls going in, which maybe we haven't in the first couple contests.
As we look at the statistics, and we know the Arrows are averaging 52.4 points per game, but they're giving up, and their record shows this, 63.8 points per game. So, Jeremy, what do the Arrows need to do to reverse that here tonight?
Well, they just need to play hard, but they really need to get out, and they need to make the good passes, take care of the ball, and make the shots, and that's kind of really one thing that we've kind of struggled with at times. And I think definitely getting on the boards, too. That's one thing tonight. Maybe we don't have a team that is really terribly tall like some of the ones we've seen. So tonight will be a good time to let's box out, let's get those boards, dominate down low, and get those easy baskets, too.
Well, let's talk about Great Plains Lutheran. They're the visitors here. They are coached by Mike Haugley. And what do we know about them so far this year?
Well, I'll tell you, when we talk about GPL, they're 2-2 on the year. They opened up. They were playing in a tournament in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in a Lutheran Invitational. They opened up, beating Illinois Lutheran by a score of 69-26. Then they lost to Michigan Lutheran the next day, 61-57. Their first game in South Dakota was against Tri-State. They dominated that one, 49-23. And then just the other night, last night, they took on Breton Hekla, and it was a close one and a 2-point loss for GPL, coming out 51-49 on the losing side of that. But a good game for them. They got some good talent, what I've seen when I've been watching the videos, and they're not scared to shoot the three-pointer either. So kind of a fun team to watch.
So both of these teams coming off of games last night, are they in shape? Are they
I would think
both teams, you think you're good to go back-to-back nights?
You haven't done it yet. At least Watertown definitely hasn't done it. GPL did, in their first opening tournament. But yeah, it's something, you got 24 hours. I'm sure they'll be okay. And you've been practicing for quite some time now, since the beginning of the season. So I think they're probably ready. But like we talked before, the speed and maybe the toughness of AA might be the thing that the Class A GPL might be a little leery of, and just they're going to want to come out and just be careful right away, because it's different.
Well, let's talk about maybe some individual players for Great Plains Lutheran. They really do have a balanced attack in their team so far this year, and they've kind of led by 5'9" senior guard Brody Charlemagne. He is averaging 9 points, which is a team high, and 3.7 steals per game. I wonder if they aren't going to match Decker up with Charlemagne. That's kind of, I haven't talked to the coaches, but just kind of looking at things.
I think that's a pretty good observation there, Cam. I would probably be surprised if that wasn't the case. Brody Charlemagne does a nice job controlling the ball from what I've seen. Good shooter as well, and definitely I think you probably would naturally put Caden Decker on him.
Inside, they've got a 6'2" senior forward in Austin Rubendahl, and he's averaging 13.7 points per game and adds, 13.7 rebounds per game.
Okay, wow.
Which is phenomenal.
Good. Yeah.
And chips in with over 8 points per game, but over 13 rebounds, that's nothing to sneeze at.
And that's what you're going to see Patch McClemon's coach there thinking, we're going to really have to make sure we're boxing him out, keeping him off the glass, and that's a lot of rebounds.
That's a lot of rebounds. So our sideline reporter just gave us a little bit of information that Isaac Rehorst is likely not to be playing tonight during a practice. Sounds like he fell and a little banged up maybe going to hold him out tonight. So that is, and we see him down underneath the basket right now for the Watertown Arrows, and we see him right there on the camera. Isaac Rehorst stands at 6'5", and he's a sophomore.
I tell you what, last game here in town when he was playing against Brandon Valley, I thought he played really well. Was very physical, wasn't scared of the big guys there, and shows a lot of promise. So that's too bad that we won't probably see him in action here tonight, but probably a good time to get a little rest because we got a big stretch coming up of games here coming up next week already, Tuesday and then Friday again. So not a lot of rest coming off of 2 games in a row.
Right, yeah, I think that if there's a game for this to happen and not to push him forward, this is probably
smart move.
A smart move, agreed. So as we look at some more GPL players, we've got some more contributors. 6'2" senior guard Hayden Carley, and he is the team's assist leader at 4.3 per game. Fun fact, his mom is an alum of the Watertown High School and the head coach for Great Plains Lutheran volleyball there as well. So
perfect.
And he chips in with 8.7 points per contest. So you have Charlemagne, you've got Carley, you've got Rubendahl, really a balanced attack there with those 3.
Absolutely. We're going to get ready here for the introduction. So if you're GPL, it's like we're playing AA. We're in the big Watertown Civic Arena. A little bit different of a setting for them. Are you a little nervous if you're GPL?
I think you are.
I am.
And we'll talk in a little bit just about the other teams that come in here. This is a place they don't like to play. The other AA schools don't like to come in to the Civic Arena and play. They find it a difficult place to come out with a W.
This isn't your normal AA atmosphere. We bring usually a very good crowd. It gets loud, and it's a big arena.
It is.
And it can be a little cavernous if you're not, used to playing in a big facility like this.
Well, we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer, Mark Bellum, for our national anthem and for our starting lineups.
The players, coaches and fans from Great Plains Lutheran. Officials for tonight are Doug Rushing, Luke Anderson, and Matt Caldwell. Positive treatment of these officials will be expected at all times. Failure to do so could result in removal from this event. Athletic training services and care of our athletes are provided by Prairie Lake Sports Medicine through certified athletic trainer Faith Tyler. Aero Care, close to home. At this time, we ask you to remain standing for the national anthem. Please show proper respect to the flag by removing your hat and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty personnel not in uniform may salute the flag. let's meet our cheerleaders for tonight's competition. First, from the visiting Great Plains Lutheran, Donna Abramson, Taylor Bendix, Vanel Fultang, Miriam Jarzik, Cassie Kazenbach, Toria Lee, Lily Musilevich, Lydia Wolf, and Addison Watkins. Coaches Jenna Johnson and Stephanie Musilevich. And now our Watertown Aero cheerleaders, Adrian Schultz, Natalie Benson, Alexis Olson, Kaylin Nordquist, and Cameron Nordquist. Aero cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And now your starting lineups. First for the visiting Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. Number 3 is a 5'9" senior guard, Brody Sherman. Number 11 is a 6'2" senior guard, Hayden Carley. Number 12, a 5'11" senior guard, Micah Holeen. Number 21 is a 6'2" senior forward, Austin Rubendahl. And number 23 is a 6'4" senior forward, Landon Zerwan. Assistant coaches, Jason Spurgeon, Sam Planky, Casey Campbell. Head coach, Mike Hogley. And now your Watertown Arrows. Number 4 is a 6'1" senior guard, Derek Norberg. Number 5 is a 6'3" senior forward, Mitch Olsen. Number 11, a 5'11" junior guard, David Decker. Number 13, 6'4" junior guard, Jackson McClellan. And Watertown's post, he's 6'2", a senior, number 22, Spencer Winches. Assistant coaches, Matty Kranz, Tom Mattingly, Zach Coates, Parker Schmidt, head coach of the Arrows.
And there we go, Jeremy.
Yep, here we go.
All set.
Tip-off coming up.
If that doesn't get you pumped up as the home team, I don't know what will.
I gotta tell you, it also gets you pumped up if you're GPL. That's a pretty awesome
Well, that's
introduction.
true. It
you know?
is.
It's like, man, we're in AA right now.
Well, this game here is about it's about pride, it's about history, making a statement. I think the Arrows are going to say, hey, you're coming into our home court. You want to come up and play some AA ball? Let's see what it's about, right?
Let's see what it's about. Is this for the key for the city?
Oh, you know what? Well, we do have a whole lean on here. Maybe the mayor could have put that out, right?
Should have, yeah.
Clemens with the drive and the shot. Up, no good.
First one not in there. That's going to be a key. We want to start making some baskets for the Arrows. Get the lid off the baskets.
We didn't see the Arrows come out and trap right away on that rebound either, so they did back off on that, yeah. Nice cut down low, and first basket does go to Brody Charlemagne.
Nice basket there by Charlemagne, and they're up right now, getting the first 2 points in the game.
Olsen looking low, trying to get it into Wenches. Instead goes to the top of the key. Where Norberg shoots off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down by way of Rubendahl.
You know, I'm looking here at the Panthers, and you got Landon Zerwan. He's a good size, 6'4" as well. Got a long wingspan. He's going to take up some space down low.
We didn't talk about Zerwan, but he averaged 7 points, over 7 points a game, and nearly 7 rebounds per game. So you're right.
Yep. We'll travel there. He's also my neighbor.
Oh yes, you did mention that.
Yep.
Yes. Did you go get the scoop before this game?
I didn't. I should have. I was out shoveling earlier, and I'm like, oh man, I should go over there.
Early going, 2-0 first points in this historic matchup belong to Great Plains Lutheran. GPL comes out, looks like maybe a 2-3 zone. Gonna force the Arrows to beat them from the outside. McClemens takes that shot, just a little long.
Well, so far, the lid's on the basket for the Arrows. That kind of streak is continuing here in the start of our games here recently.
Whistle down low underneath the basket.
Who's that on?
11 maybe, so Decker.
Yep, first one on Caden Decker here. Gotta be careful with the ball. A little sloppy.
Yeah, Arrows get the turnover there. Mitch Olson going coast to coast, now into Decker. Decker tries to go between two. Jump shots up off of the rim. Rebound to Great Plains Lutheran.
Can't buy a basket right now.
Carly on the drive against McClemens and gets that to go.
That's a nice lay-in right there by Carly. That's a nice move. Watertown needs to get some composure and get on the board here.
Decker on the drive into the lane.
That's something they might not be used to, is a little more banging that you see going on in AA basketball.
I think we saw that in the lower cards that
Did you?
Yeah.
There it is.
By Caden Decker. He gets the Arrows on the board for their first points of the night.
Like we talked, Cam, he's not just a good defensive player, he can also shoot well as well.
He can. So GPL looking to go low inside where Wenches and
moving the ball well.
Zerwan.
That pass wasn't probably suggested. Trying to make a little too much happen there.
We have seen Rubendahl already on the, at least the defensive boards, coming down with a couple of boards, and strong rebounder.
As you talked, he definitely averages a lot, so we're not going to be surprised to see him get a bunch here tonight. That's going to be something we're going to have to watch out here for the Arrows.
Seeing Carter Bisker in for the first time, as do we see Dane Stark.
Yep.
Dane Stark, just a sophomore. Haven't not seen him play a lot of varsity minutes this year, so
two boards right there for the Arrows, and a nice putback.
Mitch Olson with the rebound and the shot. He gets on the board for 2.
First lead for the Arrows here, 5-4 with 4:15 left in the first quarter. Good defense by the Arrows, getting on him tight, and there's the steal.
McClemens gonna go all by himself. Left hand layup, Jackson McClemens.
He's got a good long body, the perfect basketball body. He's quick.
He is quick, yep. As we mentioned, he would be Coach Pat McClemens' son. Near steal.
Good defense by the Arrows, kind of making it difficult for the Panthers. Really getting on him.
And they're going to call a foul on the backside. Looks like maybe on
Stark.
They call that on Stark. So Dane Stark with his first foul.
He's been really aggressive since he got in the game. I like it. Got to be a little careful though. Got that first foul.
Ryan Jenstead in for Great Plains Lutheran. First action for him here tonight.
And one thing I noticed with GPL, they do play a lot of kids.
Yeah, you mentioned that just plays nearly their entire bench.
Yeah, it's, usually you don't see that. So that's kind of surprised the game I was watching with them in Tri-State.
Shots up and too long. Rebound to McClemens. McClemens going to push this up the court across the 10-second line to Olson. Olson on the drive. Stolen. Down
no foul
low.
There, no foul there.
Charlemagne gets the steal.
A little physical.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that. That old school basketball, let's let them play a little bit.
GPL got to take care of the ball a little better. Nice pass.
And there we get a foul that'll send Caden Decker to the foul line.
Jackson McClemens getting a little wild as you watch the replay. Nice pass there.
Yeah. Nice shot by our courtside camera crew. And
they do a great
we've
job.
got Mason Mogg down there and Jonathan Gilbertson. We'll talk about Jonathan at one of our first breaks here. Shots up by Caden Decker and good.
It's one thing we've talked about in some of the previous games. Free throw shooting has not been the greatest for us or our opponents that we've seen this year. Seems like it's just kind of a trend that keeps getting harder. And he makes it as I say that.
That's the good broadcaster jinx, right?
That's right. That's a good jinx.
That's the good
I'll
one.
keep saying it then.
Yeah.
9-4 right now with 2:55 left in the first quarter.
Jenstead will be the point. Going to be picked up by Dane Stark.
Got some people coming in going, hey, game already started. We got an early start here.
We did start a little early, about 15 minutes early. Both of the undercard games got over fairly quickly, some running clocks.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
A lot of hands, a lot of hands.
There's a drive and step back. It's up using the glass. No good.
Good D by the Arrows.
Spencer Wenches with the drive and the shot. Running the court is the big man.
Pauline tried to swat it out there, but just couldn't get it. And Wenches put a basket in.
Charlemagne on top, guarded by Norberg. Shots up and just gets the friendly roll.
That's one that'll make you smile if you're GPL. Great defense by the Arrows, though. They're really getting on him.
Skip pass to Bisker. Bisker goes up with the nice roll.
Didn't even have to use the glass, laid it on in. Nice shot by Bisker.
That is a pet peeve of mine, though. I like using the glass.
Yeah. It seems like that's kind of a thing that's going away, though.
That is true, yes.
They don't see the NBA players doing
no,
that
anymore. Is true.
They should.
Goes baseline and up. Nice left hand by Rubendahl.
Rubendahl showing some really good promise here tonight. So far, early on.
Dane Stark is
good, tough kid.
Trapped down there. They do call a foul. Is that going to be called on?
Let's find out.
5?
I think it was on 21. I think it was on Rubendahl.
For the Panthers, Jared Bauer.
Well, the board has it on Pauline, Michael Pauline.
He did the 2 and the 1, so I don't know.
Huh. Well, Norberg at the top, drives into the paint, shoots, no good, little short.
Got some new players in here. Like I said, GPL not scared to go to the bench.
William Krenz in for GPL, as is Lucas Johnson.
Oh, steal.
Steal by McClemens. McClemens goes up and misses the open layup.
Kind of like stutter stepped a little bit there and just kind of threw him off a bit.
You know, when you're expecting to be contended and nobody was there.
Another steal. Here we go, Caden Decker.
He gets it to go, Caden Decker.
That's the thing, steal's great. We got to capitalize on. Caden Decker did there.
Decker with 7 in the early going in quarter number 1. The Arrows up 15-8.
Whoa.
A little out of control there. Or was that tip to go behind the backboard?
Sure. I thought it was tipped.
Well, it must not have been if they're giving it to the Arrows.
That's why I'm not a referee. I can't see what's going on.
Well, we also are sitting in the rafters.
It is a little high.
The Civic Arena.
As evidenced by out of breath walking up these steps here before. Yeah. It is a jaunt. 20 seconds left.
They're going to hold for 1, I'm sure. Getting direction from Coach Matty Kranz. Down to Olsen. Olsen with the drive. Stopped. To Decker. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Norberg's going to shoot from the elbow. And no good.
He wanted that one to fall.
Quarter number 1. We have Watertown 15, Great Plains 8. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back and talk about Jonathan Gilbertson. And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. Cam Corey and Jeremy Herbold with you here tonight. We've got Jonathan Gilbertson down on the north end of the court, and Jonathan graduated from Watertown High School yesterday. And so officially he is a alum of Watertown High School. He had his graduation party earlier today, but he had to get it done soon enough to get here to work.
There you go,
So
that's perfect.
Jonathan has been just an outstanding member of Aero TV and dedicated member. He comes out at football when it's cold. He's always here. So we just appreciate Jonathan and everything he's done for Aero TV. And I know that he's going on a long vacation after tonight's game. So
good for him, and congratulations to him. That's
yes,
pretty awesome.
Congratulations to Jonathan.
Good moment.
We're back for quarter number 2. Watertown leading 15-8.
Not a bad first quarter for GPL.
No, I would
For
say
the Arrows.
they'll take that.
Yes, I would agree. Just got to take care of the ball, make the right passes. Don't get panicked.
Skip pass, that's maybe one you'd like to have there.
Yep.
Shots up, clean three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Norberg. Norberg's gonna run the court direct, and he's...
They're scrappy.
Yes, nice steal by Holeen.
Oh.
Mitch Olson gets the block on Charlemagne.
That was one of those things where Brody Charlemagne there was, it's like, I'm in a bad position right now. And I know this is going to get blocked.
Yep.
And sure enough, it did. So not a lot you can do there. They're not scared to shoot it.
Carly up, no good. Wenches tips that around to Mitch Olson. Mitch Olson now will get it off to Norberg. Norberg into the paint, is going to step in, and he is going to be fouled.
Yep, that one hurt too.
Yeah, you can see it. He's bent
Hunched
over
over.
just a little bit.
That's one thing too, down low, especially for GPL, when the ball is up, trying to grab that ball, you don't want to tip it and pull it down and get the rebound.
We're going to see Dane Stark back into the game for Spencer Wenches.
He did really good when he was in
Yeah.
the first quarter. I thought he really just, that defense that was right on the guy. Wide open.
Norberg shooting and in and out.
Just can't buy one.
Nope.
He's frustrated. You know, you start a game and you're off a little bit, you have a couple missed baskets, kind of frustrating. Keep shooting.
Dane Stark is going to be called for the foul as Carly went in hard and tried to do a roll shot, fouled there. So Carly will go to the free throw line.
Carly's a senior guard, 6'2". Nice shot.
50% free throw shooter, but it's an early year, so I don't know how many shots he's taken. First
Might not
one's
be a
up
lot.
and good. That
See, now,
is,
now that we talk about it, they make it again.
well, that's true, yeah. Carly
Nope, not that
doesn't
one.
get that one to go, so 50% does hold true.
It's kind of crazy. You see some games where the three-point shooting has a better percentage than the free throw.
Bisker with the shot, it's up, no good. Good rebound down low, big rebound by McClemens, and he gets that, goes right back up with it for 2.
That's the key. You see so many players, especially young players, that's what I'd like to see is just go right back up with it. So many will put the ball down on the floor, and that's not a good thing, and he just didn't hesitate and went right back up.
Is that, what is that? We see that a lot where they'll try a dribble and you preach and preach, but so often they still continue to do that.
I know, and I'm not, it's just, I think maybe one of those things where they're questioning what's going on and just need that extra moment. That's just one thing you get used to later on, going right back up.
Steal by McClemens and stolen right back by GPL. Cutting into the lane was Zerwan, and he's going to be fouled down on the floor. Are they saying it's on the shot? Nope, on the floor.
On the floor, okay, before he made the shot, there's a replay.
Okay, I would,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
They got that right.
Never question the ref.
No, well, I shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Right? Good rebound by Sir Swan.
All right,
there,
right
though.
there is what we're talking about, Cam. Go right back up with it. He took that big bounce, and that allows the defense that time to get on him and to prevent him from putting it back in. Didn't have that, I think he would have made it.
Yeah, he had the position. It was a good rebound,
Yep, good
and then took little disadvantage there on that dribble.
Little slunk.
That will remain GPL's ball.
Yep.
You know, I attended the girls' game at GPL, the Lady Arrows, when they were there. It was for a women's game. It was full inside the gym.
Sure. Nice facility there at GPL.
It's a great facility. I just wonder what's going to happen next year when I think it's a 2-year that they've got them on the schedule. Do the boys fill up that gym?
I thought Roger Merriam was telling me that maybe that's not the case, that
Okay.
maybe has changed. We'd have to check, but
Okay.
I thought he said something like that. It's actually not a 2-year agreement.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I could be wrong. Very nice. Very nice. The basket by
Rubendahl, yep.
He's a good little player.
He is a good player.
Big player down there.
Strong.
Very strong. Evidenced by all of his rebounds he gets.
Bisker with left hand, picks up the dribble, now off to McClemens. McClemens top of the key, he's gonna go in the paint and does not get the roll.
I'm just gonna tell you, Cam, if I'm GPL, I'm pretty happy right now. It's 17-11, and if I'm Watertown, I want to start getting some points. Look at that.
Yeah, I'd be real happy if I was GPL. I agree with you.
Rubendahl's a force.
Shots up by Holine, no good. Rebound down to Rabine, Ashton Rabine, a 6'2" junior forward. He's been banged up this year, hasn't seen the floor a lot, only because of injuries.
They get a blocking foul there on the Panthers. And the lead on number 3, which is Brody Charlemagne.
You see 3 new players in for GPL. They rotate them in and out.
Good thing is for like a GPL in this kind of situation where you're going against a AA team, you're gonna keep the players fresh, keep them rolling in.
Yeah.
That's also a good thing.
McClemens with the 3. No good. Good rebound by Wenches, but they're going to call Wenches with the push and the foul.
You know, one thing, or I shouldn't say Wenches, but McClemens was wide open there. They got to make sure that they keep a body on him because he'll shoot from wherever. So if you're Great Plains Lutheran, you're going to want to make sure you get your defensive guy on you a little closer.
I always get a little bit surprised when he's wide open.
Me too. Because he's definitely will shoot it.
Yes, he will. Feed it down low. Going baseline, no good, and rebound to Bisker. Loose ball. It is retained by the Arrows.
A lot of bodies on the floor tonight.
To McClemens. McClemens looks low, loses the handle, but Wenches is right there. Bisker puts it up, and he's got the 3.
He put the 3 fingers up. He drained the 3. Carter Bisker, nice shot there. 20-11.
Carter Bisker, a 27.3% three-point shooter.
Good night to get that percentage up a little bit.
Nice drive on McClemens, and that is in. Nice, strong right hand for Carly.
That fired up the GPL crowd there. Hayden Carly, nice move. And going to the free throw line, trying to make that a 3-point play.
That's the second time I think we've seen Carly go strong with that right hand and take it off the glass there.
You know, he's tall and lanky. He's not not a large kid by any means.
We got a timeout. Great Plains Lutheran, Arrows up 20-14. We'll be back. We're live for Dakota Land Federal Credit Union.
My name is Mitch Olson.
Gabe Norberg.
We're going to do a compliment battle. You have a good mustache.
You got a pretty smile.
You got good arms.
You got good hair. Come on.
You got good hair.
You got a good jump shot.
You're fast.
You can dribble good for a big man. You're fun to hang out with, actually. Yeah, you're fun to be with.
With 3:53 remaining in period number 2, Watertown up 20-14.
Hayden Carly leading the way with 6 points right now for the Panthers. Like we said with the Panthers, you're pretty happy at this point being 6 down.
Yeah, Coach Howley, I think this is probably how he drew it up, right?
Probably. He's probably going, this ain't too bad. And I tell you what, Norberg with another miss. He's super frustrated, clapping the hands. It'll come.
Good ball handling there by Genstead, but loses the control as he tries to go up for the layup. We've seen that twice as well.
Oh, my.
And they're going to call blocking foul, which is, I think, good call. We'll see that if we can get that on the rebound. That was a hard drive in.
This one hurts.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be on William Krenz will be called for that foul.
You know, I don't see the kids with the towels wiping up the court for the bodies that are laying all over, getting sweat. And we've had more of that tonight than we've seen in a while.
First shot's up and no good for McClemens. McClemens does 72.7% from the free throw line.
And that's not bad. But then he missed it.
Yeah.
So, but now he's going to make it.
He's still dealing with a couple of pains there. It looks like on maybe his left hip.
You know, it's a wood floor. You land on it. There is a little give, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
Especially you land on that tailbone, hip area. That was hard.
And he gets the second one.
There it is.
Arrows up 21-14.
Defense getting a little more stretched out here.
Thaddeus Kratz in. I think that's the first we've seen him here tonight for Great Plains Lutheran. He's a 6'1" senior.
I said they play a lot of players, keeping them fresh. Ooh.
Jacob Heil just loses the handle on that one. It goes out of bounds. Arrows will take possession. Jack Mack seeing his first action in this varsity match here tonight. He's one of the 6'5" sophomores.
Also Cole Hansen in now for the Arrows. We're going to see, I think, a lot of different players on both teams here tonight.
Cole Hansen, a junior. There's your shot up by McClemens. No good, and Cole Hansen is going to be called for the foul.
A little too aggressive there. McClemens just couldn't put it in.
And you can see the frustration there too.
Yeah.
That they're just, the shots aren't falling for the Arrows.
You know, when you watch them warm up, the shots are going in.
Right.
That's usually how it goes. But it's your home court. You expect that to get those rolls, and we're just not getting them. And we struggled with that the first two games too at times.
Lucas Johnson at the free throw line. Lucas Johnson shoots 50%. No good.
Free throw, missed on that one, but he's a pretty good ball player as well in the game I watched for JPL. Seemed like he had a lot of promise. Played hard.
Stands at 6'2". He's a junior, so another year. Great Plains will enjoy having him for another year.
Absolutely.
And 0 for 2.
Free throws not in on that.
McClemens in the lane. They're going to call a travel on Jackson McClemens.
He's not going to like that. I don't think Coach Pat McClemens is shaking his head side to side that, no, not a fan of that one. And Sam Mooney would say, he's going to talk to the ref and say, hey, great job tonight. Appreciate all you do.
Yeah.
Have a good trip home.
I'm sure that's exactly what Coach McClemens is saying.
Yep.
You know, if we look at that they call that the Euro step, I thought. But
it's weird, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a fan of it, and all the kids think they need to do it now because they see it. But I think it's an easy way for people to think you're traveling.
And maybe I'm not a fan of it because I can't do it.
Yeah, me too.
Nice rebound down low by McClemens. He's right there and goes right back up and gets that for 2. And we've seen him do that a couple of times now, getting the offensive rebound.
McClemens now with 5. Kind of quiet here tonight, too.
It is.
Eerily quiet.
Nice shot up by number 21, Rubendahl.
Yeah, he's a tough player.
Steal by Great Plains Lutheran. Pauline's going to wait and get some numbers to help him out. Shots up by Rubendahl. No good. That was a college level.
That was a deep one.
Carter Bisker over the head. Pass to Mitch Olson for 2.
Nice pass there. That's what you want to do in those situations. 25-16, Arrow lead. I'm sure Pat McClemens would like to get that score a little more distance in between.
I would think so. Jack Mack with the steal, gets it off to Cole Hansen. Cole Hansen will slow things up just a little bit over to Mitch Olson. Now back to Bisker. Bisker, the elbow. Mitch Olson takes the 3-point.
Board.
Draws iron. Jackson takes a step through and gets that to go.
Good move.
Smart move.
Good move, yeah.
Yep, defense gave it to you.
Yep, take it. You're long and tall, and you got the height advantage. Go ahead and do it. One thing, GPL, really got to take care of the ball. Again, oh, just like that, but they get to keep it.
And they're going to call that off of Mitchellson.
Yep. Looks like we'll get Norberg back in the game here.
And
actually, that's a foul.
Oh, they are calling foul. Okay.
I didn't think so either.
So they called that on Mitch Olson.
Okay.
So that's going to be Mitch's first foul on the night.
Pauline's at the line. There's that one.
Pauline, a 50% free throw shooter.
Yep. Which doesn't look like it. Had a nice shot there. Whatever happened to the days of 80, 90% free throw shooting?
Yeah.
College pros everywhere.
And you know they work on it, right? I mean, but I don't think they shoot a lot in their own time.
No.
You know, they shoot in practice, but they're not working on it just in their own time.
I'm glad you said that. I remember as a kid, all we had to do for fun, we didn't have the video games to play every day. We shot hoops, and you just got better, and there's so many different things for kids to do nowadays.
There is.
They don't shoot quite like we used to.
Nope. Shots up at the buzzer, no good. So at half, we have Watertown 27, Great Plains Lutheran Panthers 17. Both teams are going to go talk about it. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back.
I'm Landon Struckman. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Isaac Rehorst, and I'm a sophomore.
Isaac, your hair's been looking really good recently.
Thanks. You smell pretty good in the hallways when I pass you.
You've been looking like you're in the gym recently.
Thanks. Your shot in basketball is looking pretty good. It's always going in.
That mustache is growing out real nice.
Thanks. Your shoe game's good. Got the Kobe's on.
I've seen you getting on that rim recently. You've been looking bouncy. Landon Struckman. Restart.
My name's Kenley Saxon, and I'm the boys varsity manager. My name's Josie Mooney, and I'm the boys varsity manager. Your eyes are looking really good today. Thanks. Your hair is really long and blonde. It looks really good. Thanks, I've been growing it. Your smile lights up a room. Your eyes sparkle when you talk. Your waist is looking so small. Like this big. Speck of dust. Gone. Thank you. Thank you. I really like your necklace. It's super cute. I can't believe that you got like mistaken for Megan Fox yesterday.
That happens all the time.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, all the time.
Like the sideburns. I'm the bug. Like you're I'm pretty. I know. I love the teeth. Really straight. Yeah, I mean, I'd say mine's better than yours, but it is though. Like I was absolutely going off in four directions. Pretty clean.
Well, Jeremy, we've got a 27-17 ball game at the Watertown Civic Arena between these two, Watertown teams. First time ever, historic game. And little surprising maybe?
I would think so. You know, I didn't know quite what to expect coming into this game. I figured Watertown would probably come out really pressing right off the bat, trying to get the easy baskets and get some steals, which they have at times gotten the steals. But it's been kind of a sloppy game. A lot of people on the floor here tonight, and Watertown only with a 10-point lead. I guess if you would ask me that going into this, I'd be a little surprised by that.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think that neither team has been real crisp. As you mentioned, sloppy. We've seen some passes, steals, ball handling that just losing the handle on it.
Yeah.
And even maybe a couple of these passes just not real precise.
Correct, and I would agree with the passing situation as we watch some of the replays. Just got to be very careful, you know, with the passes to make sure you're snapping the ball and not going across court. And we've had a lot of turnovers, I would say.
We've seen Jackson McClemens has 5 points. He's had some nice play underneath the basket going back up, but he's been frustrated.
Yeah, he has, and you know, and so has Norbert. Norbert just hasn't been able to put the ball in the hoop, and he was clapping his hands and just frustration. But the key to that is, and we've talked about this before, you're a shooter, keep shooting, you know, and get that and change that. Basketball is a game of runs. We always hear that.
Yep.
You have moments where things are working, moments where things are not. The good thing for Watertown Arrows are they're still ahead by 10 points, and I think you might see them kind of come out a little stronger after a nice talking from Coach McClemens in the locker room.
Yeah, I would anticipate that as well. Great Plains Lutheran, on the other hand, are you happy with where you're at?
You know, I think I am.
I think so too. I mean, we did have a talk to the coach and what his expectation was. But
you're coming in playing a AA school that was in the state tournament last year, you know, like Watertown was. If you're Coach Haugley, you know, I think you are. And you're saying to the kids at halftime, look, guys, these guys, you know, they're a AA school. It's a big arena. You guys are doing well. You're 10 points down. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's make some of those shots. Let's make some of those free throws, and we can make this a contest, and we could shock some people here tonight.
I just talk about a couple individual players. I've been really impressed with Rubendahl.
I have too. I tell you what, he's a strong player and pretty quick and agile and really able to mix it up. And so the one thing we talked about too is with going for AA from A as the GPL is, you know, it's maybe a little more physical, maybe a little more faster, but I think the physicality aspect of it and the banging that's going on down low, he's able to adjust, which I've been pretty pleased to see that if I'm GPL.
Yeah, I agree. And we saw him shoot a college level 3 too, so clearly he's confident in inside-outside game that's happening there.
He's a shooter.
We saw a couple of nice, strong right-hand drives by Carly.
Yes, I was very impressed by Carly. You know, for being a guy that's pretty tall and lanky, he just went right into the lane, got fouled, and went to the line a couple times. So that's a good thing too. But yeah, if you're GPL, you're down by 10 to a AA school. I think that's pretty promising for you heading into round number 2 or the second half here.
So both Hayden Carley and Austin Rubendahl, each with 6 points on the board.
Yep.
Brody Charlemagne, who comes into tonight as Great Plains Lutheran Panthers leading scorer. He's been really held to 4 points.
Yeah.
So the Arrows doing as we expected. We're seeing Decker.
Yep.
You know,
very
shut
good
him
defense.
down.
And even some of the guys that came in off the bench, I look at Stark. I thought Stark did really well, was really getting in there, you know, getting physical, getting the hand on the guy. The Arrow defense, not bad. So I think that's been a good thing. And kind of what we talked to is we're seeing a lot of players coming into the contest, maybe more so than what we've seen for the Arrows so far at this stretch of the season. So we're definitely getting those guys in there. And let's hope we see more of that if you're an Arrow fan, because they're going to want to come out and I wouldn't be surprised maybe pressing a little bit more to start the second half.
All right, very good. Well, we've got, some weather outside. What's the KXLG weather outlook?
Well, I tell you
or the weather ball?
The weather ball, I think, should be white right now because snow is in our forecast.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if we're getting any more. I haven't even looked at it today. I was surprised how much we were getting, actually. I had to go out twice today and shovel. I thought we were done this morning, then we got more later on. So a little slippery out there.
Little slippery, but really 32 degrees out. I mean, it was very nice outside, and the snow coming down was all right. But I am hearing pretty slippery out there.
Yeah,
so
we've
if you're
heard a lot of
traveling,
reports.
please travel safely and slowly.
You know what's nice about a night like tonight? You have 2 Watertown teams. There ain't much for traveling for the folks here this evening. So
Very good. That is true. Well, we've got 2 minutes till we get back and see the second half of this historic matchup. We're going to take about 90 seconds, and we'll be back for the second half of this Arrow Panther battle.
I'm Ashton Rabine.
I'm Carter Bisker. So what's your favorite food?
Probably chicken Alfredo. What's your favorite hobby?
I like to golf a lot. My free time. I like to do. What's your favorite basketball memory?
Ooh. Probably the Sioux Falls tournaments and travel ball years. Who's your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? Probably Flash, because I like to resemble myself after him since I'm like fast. So yeah. What's your favorite sport?
Probably baseball.
All right, we are back and live for Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance.
Arrow TV, always fun having Arrow activities on here. You're doing the double. You did the Arrow girls game last night against O'Gorman,
which was talk about maybe surprising. #1 AA girls team in the state come into the Watertown Civic Arena with a girls team that has 1 win in the season, much like the boys here tonight, but they played them tough.
Yeah,
And,
they sure did.
You know, they led for a good portion of the game, and they were in it really till the end. So that was a good game last night.
And that's one thing. If you're the Arrow girls, it's a very positive situation. Even though you didn't come out with the win, you proved that you could play with the best in AA and South Dakota girls hoops.
But it also kind of proves the point that you come into the Civic Arena, it's a hard place to win, no matter what your rankings are and what your, you know, what your schedule is, and if you come out of Watertown Civic Arena with a win and you're a visiting team, you're just thankful.
I always like talking to people that come here for the first time and they're like, this place is great. What a great home court advantage. You know, it's a wonderful facility.
It is. We are lucky to have it. Although I will say Great Plains Lutheran has one of the best concessions in the state, though.
Somebody just told me that the other day.
Oh, boy. Yep. If we could get that over here at Civic Arena, I just might have got myself in trouble.
You
but
might have.
I really like Great Plains Lutheran's concessions.
You might have. McClemens with the basket there. Concessions makes the world go around. Right?
It does,
yes.
yeah.
Good popcorn. Nice pass. Didn't control.
Oh, one more thing. I also told him, I said, when I went up there, I'm like, geez, your prices are cheap. And I think it was Pastor Mertz there. He's like, well, just buy more. I'm like, fair enough. Okay, you're right.
It works, yeah.
Bisker over to Decker. Decker with the 3-point shot. No good off the back. Rebound comes down by way of a Rubendahl.
29-17, Arrow lead. Slapping at the ball.
Decker out on Charlemagne. That has been the key matchup here tonight that has shut down Charlemagne so far.
A little too hard there by Carly.
McClemens into Decker. Decker for 2.
Nice shot there by Decker. And I think that gives him 9 points?
9 points for Decker. Rubendahl drives into the paint and gets that to go. Yeah, good footwork. The big man.
Thought he's going the other way and turned it around. That's really nice.
That's some old school basketball there. I like that.
Love that.
We're going to see Wenches try and do the same thing, and he does. He gets that to go.
Another nice move there by Wenches. Comes back and does the same thing.
The big man putting it in the hoop. Baseline drive. We're going to see a three-point shot up by Charlemagne. No good. Good rebound. Shots up by Zerwan.
Zerwan with his first points, I believe, of the night.
Zerwan looks bigger than 6'4". He just does.
And he's out shooting in the driveway. He looks bigger than 6'4", too, I think.
Good rebound by Wenches, battling Zerwan there, though. Keeps it alive for the Arrows.
Dane Stark coming in for the Arrows. Lucas Johnson making an entrance in for the Panthers. And it also looks like Ryan Genstad, the junior, coming in as well. Really quiet in here.
It is quiet in here,
the band.
yeah. Everybody can probably hear us, everything we're saying.
Yeah, I probably should talk quieter. Oh, goodness. Ouch.
Charlemagne hits that hard. Mitch Olson, nice sign of sportsmanship, helps him up.
Yep. That was hard, though.
That was hard.
Replay here. Yep. Ouch.
Yeah.
Feel that one tomorrow.
Both Charlemagne and McClemens have both hit the deck hard tonight.
Well, it's like I said, Cam. I think we've seen more people on the floor tonight than what we've seen so far in the other games
That's true.
this season for the boys.
Genstad picks up his dribble. Tries to look down. Mitch Olson is able to corral that. And stolen right back by Charlemagne. Charlemagne doesn't have numbers. Going to wait for his team.
Smart move.
Set something up.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they're going to call a foul on that one.
Dane Stark. And that might be his second or...
Might be his third. I'm not exactly sure.
That is his third.
Third, yes.
Third for Dane Stark, the sophomore.
Getting a little handsy. It looks like McClemens going to come back in here. Next dead ball.
Mitch Olson with the block.
That was nice. I get that board.
Yeah. Rabine just did not have the positioning, and Lucas Johnson was able to get behind that. They're talking right now where the ball hit, right?
Yeah, I think it hit underneath the basket, didn't it? Or underneath the backboard.
Yeah.
Trying to see the play here, the replay.
Yeah, we just can't quite see it there.
Yep.
Nope, on the replay.
Too high.
Yeah, we're going to say
ball.
that. Howley is asking ref, asking for an explanation.
Yep. McClemens back in. Stark sits down.
33-21, Watertown up on Great Plains Lutheran. It is the third period, 4:30 remaining.
Great Plains trying to get the steal.
Back out in their zone defense.
Take care of the ball. Nice move.
Nice move by Carter Bisker.
He's having a nice game here tonight, Bisker is.
He's getting a lot of minutes, too.
He is. He had a nice three-pointer early in the contest. That was a really slick move.
Bisker's got 7. Averages 5.6 points per game, so he's over his season average.
Now that was a foul on 11?
On 11, then that it will be Decker's third. So this will be interesting to see what happens here with Charlemagne. Yeah. Who's going to match up against him?
Because Decker's done a very good job on it.
Although we have Charlemagne's on at the bench right now.
Sure, get him in.
It's going to be a foul called
Olson?
Olson, probably. And is that going to put GPL at the line, or is that 4?
I don't think it's yet.
So that is their 4th foul.
Yep.
Next one will put them at the line for this quarter.
Do you like that?
You know, I'm okay with it.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. Right away, I thought it was kind of weird, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that in the quarters. I don't know that I'm that I like getting away from the one-on-ones in the fourth quarter, though, because it just changes, makes it more difficult for a team to come back.
Absolutely. Too hard.
McClemens with the rebound.
Lucas
Long
Johnson.
pass to Bisker. Bisker's there and gets the roll and the layup.
Bisker also puts the hand up, say, hey, nice pass there. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. That was very good. Bisker having a nice game here, like we said. He's doing really well tonight.
9 points for Bisker.
GPL down now by 16.
Trying to work, tries to go an up and under.
Yep.
Good defense.
Goodness.
Genstead is blocked, trying to get it to McClemens on the cut, and it's just off of the hand of a Panther.
Looks like we're going to bring back in for the Arrows Spencer Wenches.
And William Krenz coming in for the Panthers.
Okay. Jack Mack in as well.
All right. 6'4" McClemens, 6'5" Mack. And then the big body of Spencer Wenches down low. That's good for Norberg.
He's happy about that one.
Yeah, you can see it. Just the body language says, hey, thank you.
I think it was, finally.
Yep.
Thank goodness, right? Makes you feel a lot better when you make that. Nice pass.
Saves it right underneath the basket, off of a Wenches. That will remain at Panther ball.
Little sloppy, but GPL remains with the ball.
Looks like they're going to talk about it just a little bit, but it is going to remain Panther basketball.
Yep. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Time going quick.
Well, we've got a Sam Mooney check-in from Philadelphia.
Do we? Okay.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
he say?
Well, he's saying, good job, gentlemen. Go Arrows. And
love that outfit he was wearing on Facebook.
I think a lot of people saw that outfit that he's wearing, all green.
Yeah. Looked like velour. Not sure.
Well, Sam Mooney normally would be calling this game with you, Jeremy. He is in Philadelphia cheering on his Eagles. I don't know, but I'd guess he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Die hard, lives and dies for the Eagles. And, yeah, I'm sure he's pretty excited there, getting ready for the big game coming up. And love the outfit, Sam, so let me know where you got one. Like I said, I'd like the Chiefs one of that. I like a red one. We look like Christmas time together.
Well, maybe we could see a green one and a red one here on Aero TV.
There you go.
Two can wear that. Yeah.
His outfit looked like the one that maybe Jason Kelsey was wearing not too long ago at the one game.
That could be.
Little smaller size.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh! That got the fans alive here.
And that was Charlemagne.
We just talked about him. What was going to happen if he was going to turn it on a little bit here in the second half? We were kind of waiting for it.
Well, quietly, Charlemagne's up to 9 points now.
I would agree. It's kind of been quiet for him. And missed the free throw.
Norberg with the left hand going into the lane. No good.
A little too hard. Johnson.
Rebound by Johnson. Genstead, and good steal by Jackson McClemens, and then Brody is going to get called on the foul.
Brody Charlemagne not happy about that.
No.
Nice athletic play, though, by McClemens there.
Jared Bauer checks in for Great Plains.
And we're going to see Jarrett Bauer, number 2, a 5'8" junior guard, checking in for the Panthers. I think that's his first time here tonight.
I believe
right?
it is the first time in the game. They rotate so quickly, it's kind of hard to keep track.
That is true. Jack Mack out on the three-point line, gives it over to Bisker. Bisker now to McClemens. McClemens shoots. And that looked good, right? The angle here, it looked good.
From the moment it left his hands, you could tell it was going in. He could tell it too.
Jackson McClemens with 14 in this ball game. Bauer with the shot. He gets it to go, so he comes in. He puts it in for 3.
Not scared to shoot the ball. Nice shot.
McClemens running the court, gets that to go.
Well, if you're GPL right now, you got to say, let's get a body on McClemens and let's shut him down a
And
little
probably
bit here.
have to transition back on defense a little bit. They're
quicker.
getting beat a couple times now on that.
That's like I said, Cab, sometimes it's a little faster.
Yep.
I think they're seeing that.
Norberg
Nice head fake.
and Holine going at it, gives it over to Bauer. 7 seconds left on shot clock, and
Nice shot.
Charlemagne puts that in from 10 foot.
He's turning it on now.
He is.
That's a nice shot by Charlemagne. 22 seconds left. They're going to play for the last shot. Yep.
Norberg going to set up this offense now with 9. Off of McClemens. Norberg picks up the loose ball. 3 seconds remaining. He shoots the 3. No good.
I thought that one was in.
After 3, the Watertown Arrows up 43. Great Plains Lutheran 28. We are live for Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance. We'll be back for the...
I'm Cole Hansen. I'm a junior.
I'm Spencer Wenches. I'm a senior.
Spencer, what superpower would you like to have?
I like to be like the Flash, you know, get everywhere, not be late.
Nice.
What's your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
I think it's gross. I don't think fruit belongs on pizza. If there's one grade you could go back to, what grade would it be?
I don't know. Probably freshman year because everything was so easy and it's just kind of laid back. How does it feel to not be able to guard me in practice?
I can guard you.
Not down in the post.
I can guard you.
Sure.
Caden Decker with a nice shot, as we can see there, and layup. He's had a nice game offensively, defensively.
He's a fun player to watch.
He is. He's kind of a spark plug. You know, maybe a little bit undersized, but boy, he works hard.
He does, and grit. You can't take that away from him. He gets in there and shoots well too. And I think sometimes we focus so much on that defense, we don't talk about his, ability to score too.
So Decker back in with 3 fouls, and we see him matched up on Charlemagne. Charlemagne with 11 points. And there is the matchup. Charlemagne gives it off to the left perimeter. Rubendahl working low on Jack Mack.
Nice job for Rubendahl. He stuck with it, got the ball up, didn't go in, but he got fouled, so now he's going to go to the line.
That will be Jack Mack's first foul. That'll send Rubendahl back to the free throw line. Rubendahl has got, 8 tonight?
I think so. Yep. Seems like more.
It does seem like more. Maybe it's just rebounds that he's got.
I was just going to say it's probably rebounds. That's
yeah.
where he's getting that large rebounding percentage.
And he gets that one to go.
Nice looking free throw.
Dane Stark now playing the point for the Arrows. Gives it off to Mack. Mack to McClemens in the corner where Mitch Olson. Right hand dribble. They swing it over to McClemens on the other side.
Good movement.
McClemens in the paint and stolen by Hayden Carley.
Got to control that ball.
Hayden Carley with the drive.
Carley kind of lays the shoulder in. Didn't get caught there, though.
They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Zerwan.
Okay.
Look like on the rebound or right underneath the basket.
I believe that'll be Zerwan's first foul of the night.
Yep, I think that is his first. 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this inaugural basketball game between the Panthers and the Arrows.
Got a foul called there. I thought he said 21, but I'm not sure of that.
Maybe 12?
Must have been 12.
Holine,
yeah.
that's going to be his second. Micah Holine, the senior guard. Dane Stark, right hand dribble into the lane.
Really nice.
Gets
Really
the
nice
roll.
Dane Stark. That's a good drive. Attack the hole, put it up, see what happens.
That might be Dane Stark's first varsity points.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Something he'll remember.
It was a good drive.
Really good.
Charlemagne tries to go into the lane. It is stolen. Stolen right back by Pauline.
Another body on the floor. A lot of sweat on the wood floor here tonight.
You know, right now that, you know, we're talking 18 points or so, but it's really quiet in the gym.
It's too quiet.
Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah. It's a Saturday.
It is a
Weather's not the
Saturday,
best,
yeah.
you know.
But the crowd, I mean,
It's pretty
there's
good.
people here, yeah.
It's pretty good. GPL brought a nice
Yeah,
contingent
they did.
here.
Mhm.
I got to say good job to them, and Watertown showing up as well.
Yeah.
Just quiet. Eerily quiet.
Charlemagne looks low, steal by McClemens.
Right to McClemens.
You call that a pass to yourself?
I think I was just going to say that. I think you can probably say he made the basket and also gets the assist. Why not? Might as well.
Pauline working on Dane Stark, goes to the hoop, no good. Rebound to Dane Stark. Now Dane's got numbers, gives it over to Jackson McClemens. Jackson goes in with the right hand layup.
How many's Jackson got here tonight?
20.
Nice game by Jackson here.
Yep. Jackson McClemens, he averages 17 points per game, so he's just
Help that
above
out a little
his
bit.
season
Yep.
average. Yep.
Yep. Shots are going in tonight for Jackson. Playing hard.
Although there was a time in that first half he was
struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and frustrated.
Yep.
But that's what you have to do. Work through that. I mean, that's going to happen.
Yep. That's the thing we always talk about. It's like if you're missing shots, do you stop shooting? Some guys do, some guys don't. You got a player like McClemens, you want him to keep shooting because he is an integral part of your offense.
Right.
He'll shoot out of it.
Charlemagne on the drive, and he is going to be fouled by, I believe they're going to call Decker there.
I would think Decker, and that'll be his fourth. 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left in the fourth.
Well, they might have been able to call that on Mitch as well. Not sure who they're calling that on.
Nope, they called it on Decker. He's got 4. Yeah, I think he could have called it on Wilson. Good free throw by Charlemagne. That's going to move him up to 12 points on the night. Had kind of a quiet first half, stepped it up in the second.
Good rebound by Ashton Rabine. Good to see Ashton back out on the court. Dane Stark on the drive. Jump stops, no good. Rebound comes down to the Panthers. Pauline.
Sloppy. Good pass.
They're going to call a foul there.
Tell you what, refs are getting a workout here tonight too. A lot going on.
You know, Charlemagne was going in for the hard layup, and then at the last minute realized, hey, good defense. I don't have an angle here. Nice pass. So when you're playing with a player like him, if you're a teammate, you got to be ready.
Got to be ready. And that's a tough thing, is trying to teach that. But yeah, Charlemagne's looking. He knows he's not going to get the easy basket, so let's dish it off. And those guys got to be ready.
You know, as we talk about Austin Rubendale, you know, from Great Plains Lutheran, just he's been an impressive player to me, and we see him, you know, right there, just off the dribble on the baseline for 2.
Good strong kid, has some nice moves down low, and he's had some, you know, pretty good defense on him, and he doesn't give up and finds a way to put that ball in the basket.
You know, we see the left hand going left. His footwork just is really good for a high school player. I mean, he's a senior, 6'2", senior, and you can see or tell he's worked on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's put the time and effort in, and I've been very impressed by him tonight. Now we're seeing some highlights of McClemens having a good game for the Arrows.
Yeah, McClemens is a nice player. He's a special player. He's lanky, he's long, lean, can shoot the 3, can play down low, he can dribble the basketball, he's quick. He's a fun one to watch.
Yep. Grew up with basketball in his blood.
Yeah, yes.
That helps too.
What do you think that's like at home after a game? Do you think?
You probably don't even talk about it.
You know, I bet you're right.
They don't.
I bet you're right. Yep.
We'll have to ask sometime.
Decker with the shot, no good, and foul called on the Arrows.
Okay.
That will send the Panthers to the free throw line for the remainder of this game. There's 4:38 remaining. So for the remainder of this game, the Panthers will be shooting for every foul that the Arrows give.
Landon Zerwan at the stripe. No good.
Zerwan, a 67% free throw shooter. He averages 7.7 points per game and 6.7 rebounds per game.
Kind of like I said, Cam, he looks taller than 6'4".
He does.
Missed both of them.
Norberg loses the handle. Charlemagne with the steal.
Charlemagne with some quick hands there. Good footwork. Good ball player, too.
He is a good ball player. He's fun to watch.
He's probably going to be happy when he doesn't have to look at
Caden Decker
staring at him after the game.
Agreed. Nice off the glass. Thought that was going in. Good idea. Arrows can run their offense, look for something high percentage. Decker in lane
really
gets
nice.
that to go.
Really nice. Good quick first step there by Decker and finishes off the glass. Nice job, Caden.
Dane Stark being pesky. And that is going to be 5, isn't it, on Caden Decker?
He's gonna take a break for the rest of the game. Hey, you know what? He's aggressive. You're gonna get that at times.
Yeah, 5, use them.
Yeah.
I guess.
23 points ahead.
Yeah,
so.
Caden Decker, that will be his 5th foul. That will send Brody Charlemagne to the free throw line.
It happens.
Yep.
And like I said, you got a 23-point lead. I like the effort.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to like how Caden Decker plays. Aggressive, hard. Charlemagne a little short on that one.
Well, if you're not used to shooting in here, it is a little different. We'll throw that out there.
Yeah, yeah. He gets that one to go.
Trained the second one.
Adjusted.
Yep.
Fisker tries to go low to Wenches, does get it to him. Jackson McClemens with 3. In and out, rebound to Holeen. Holeen's gonna run the court.
Final 3.5 minutes left of the game. Scherzwein established him some position. Right there,
does Zerwan play football?
I don't know.
He looks like he could be a good football player too.
Good tight end.
Yes. Oh, nice. Once again, we didn't bring it down. He just went up and got the roll over the edge.
That's kind of our thing that we've been talking about tonight. Don't put the ball back down on the floor. Just go right back up with it. He definitely did that.
Yeah,
nice
I think
play.
he's done that 3 times that I can count.
Yep.
All right, 5 in.
Letting everybody see the floor now.
You know, it's hard to tell. Is this a concession now?
No.
I don't know that it is with Great Plains Lutheran.
No.
You know, some other teams, when you bring in 5 off the bench. And
like I said, they play pretty much everybody. I mean, in the game that I saw, they played everybody, and they're doing the same here tonight. A lot of these guys have seen time before.
Arrows have made a couple of substitutions as well. We're seeing Jackson Follick for the first time, whereas number 1 for the Arrows. Another junior.
Fun for these kids to get some time in the game if maybe they didn't normally.
Jenstead with the shot, no good. Rebound by Krenz. Shots up by Krax. Was that Thaddeus Krax, I believe, got the 3-pointer there.
I believe so. Crowd, love that for GPL.
Jack Mack in the paint, no good. Rebound by Lucas Johnson.
Johnson's a good body down low too.
Yeah, he's a big kid too, you're right. Genstead in trouble, does get it out to Johnson.
Say what I like about GPL, they're not giving up, they're playing hard.
Jarrett Bauer. Stopped at the free throw line, Genstead cuts, now out to Thaddeus.
Oop.
Fake, and about a 10-footer gets that to go from the corner.
Thaddeus Krebs.
Jackson Follick looks in, good pass inside to Rabine, now back to Jack Mack. Jack Mack with the arching three, no good.
Good hustle.
Saved by Jackson Follick, and that, Cole Hansen gets the 2 points, but
Sure.
Jackson Follick made that happen.
Yes, he did. He did very
Good
well.
hustle.
That was very good hustle.
He's getting his opportunity with 2 minutes left.
Yep.
He comes in and is making something happen.
So we were just handed this t-shirt too. We have to figure out who is the Dakota Land player of the game. Yeah.
Jacob Hyland for the Panthers.
A lot of good athletes
There
here
is.
tonight.
We could, there's several of them I think that could be chosen as the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. Stay with us in the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union post-game show. We will name our player of the game.
Hard foul there.
Bisker hits the hard court.
So we've seen a lot of bodies on the floor here tonight.
Say, you know, William Krenz is who Bisker ran into there, and I think Krenz is probably going to win that.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 against Carter Bisker.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. What? And does he have a mustache?
Kind of does look like that
I
from
think
up
so.
here. Yep. Well, that is kind of the new thing,
It is,
right?
It is.
Oh, he's underneath the basket all by himself,
wanted
and
it,
Bauer
didn't
didn't
see
see him.
Gonna hear about that one later.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I was wide open.
Heil, no good.
Care of the ball, there goes Fallick.
Pollock's dad was the CEO of Great Plains Lutheran.
Yeah.
What, probably 10 years ago or so now. I'm not sure about time, but connection there. Burt now the director of Northeast Technical High School.
Yes, yeah. Down
20
final
seconds.
20. Game goes pretty quick.
Yes, it does. And they're gonna be able to just hold on to the ball and allow time to wind it down. The Arrows are going to win this one at 58-36. All right, Jeremy, let's take a 30-minute break and we'll be back for the Dakota Land, or 30-second. How about 30-second break? We'll be back and name with the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. All right, welcome back to the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union post-game show, where the Watertown Arrows did defeat the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers in their first ever meeting, 58-36. Well,
Wow.
Jeremy, who do we have for a player of the game?
Well, I got the t-shirt here. I'll let you give it to him later. But it is Carter Bisker, I think we both agree with. Did really well here tonight. Really got things going and looked like he had a lot of fun out there this evening. So good effort by Carter Bisker will make him the player of the game.
Excellent. Congratulations to Carter Bisker, the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. He played a lot of minutes. He had a good game, both offensive and defensively, and so definitely earned that here tonight. Well, we had a sweep for the Watertown Arrows from all of the games. In the JV game earlier today, the Watertown JV did defeat Great Plains Lutheran's JV 71-15.
Okay.
In the C game, which is kind of a mix of sophomore and freshman, Watertown has a freshman, a sophomore, JV, and varsity team. Tonight, they had to mix those freshmen and sophomores to match up against Great Plains Lutheran, and they did win that one 68-26. And of course, we just got done watching the varsity, and varsity did defeat the Panthers 58-36.
Well, I'll tell you, Cam, first half was a little, I thought, surprising how close it was. Definitely Watertown turned it on in the second half, and kind of where I thought it would probably end up. But if you're Great Plains Lutherans, they got some really good players and a nice looking ball club, and they played hard till the very end too, and I'll give them credit for that.
Yeah, this was fun, I think, to see Great Plains Lutheran. First time I've seen them not on tape, live, and Charlemagne's the real deal.
Yeah.
Rubendahl's the real deal. Some really good players there.
Absolutely, and they played everybody, like we said, so they were getting them in there. The fan base, I thought, excellent for Great Plains Lutheran. They deserve a big round of applause for coming out here and rooting on their team, and kind of fun. First time ever, Watertown versus Great Plains Lutheran here at the Civic Arena. First time ever.
History has been made.
Yes, it has.
Well, what are these two teams? Do you have their upcoming games?
I do. Well, let's first of all talk about Watertown. They have a busy week coming up next week, Tuesday, and maybe a little bit easier of a stretch, should we say. Aberdeen Central comes to town Tuesday. They have a record of 1 win, 5 losses. They've been struggling. And then Friday, it'll be the Yankton Bucks coming to town. They're only with 1 win as well. And then coming back on the 24th and 25th, they're going to make that trek out west to Rapid City to take on Rapid City Stevens and Central, who are both right now under 500. And then looming in the distance, Huron coming up at the end of the month on the 28th, and Huron always brings a good contest. As we look at GPL, they got a busy week too. Tuesday, they're going to be at Esseline Hendricks, who is having a great season. They're 6-2.
Oh, wow.
And then Thursday, coming up on the 16th, they're at Castlewood, number 1 ranked team in Class B, who of course has 1 loss on the season. That's the number 2 team in A, which is Hamlin. So it's a tough test coming up as well for GPL.
You just talked about, though, Northeast South Dakota, Hamlin, Castlewood, some really good basketball teams.
Yeah,
and
my goodness,
Hamlin, Castlewood's only loss is to Hamlin, you mentioned. And,
correct, yeah.
They've got some big boys down there in Castlewood, and then you look at Hamlin that they can shoot the lights out there quick.
The only loss for Hamlin was at the Hoop City Classic in Mitchell, where Hamlin lost by 3 points to Houston, Tennessee. So they played some really good competition, and Castlewood, of course, their only loss to Hamlin. They didn't even move down in the poll. They stayed at number 1.
As they probably should.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is going to wrap it up here for us on Arrow TV. We had Mason Mogg and Jonathan Gilbertson on our courtside cameras. And we had the class of 2008 alum, Kyle Gall, over to my left on our main camera. So well done to our camera operators here. We are directed by Ryan Remmers. And I think we had, did I see, Carter and Parker both are here. Carter and Parker Remmers, of course, they are graduates of Watertown, now attending SDSU. And they do a lot for ESPN3 and down there, based upon their experience here at Arrow TV. So well done to everyone behind the scenes. Great job. And hey, this was fun, Jeremy.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me. And we'll see Mr. Mooney back next week if he decides to come back from Philadelphia.
All right,
unless he's going to stay through the Super Bowl stretch. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right. Well, as we do each and every time here on Arrow TV, an arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. So when life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means that it's going to launch you into something great. So just focus and keep aiming. I am Cam Corey, and for Jeremy Herbold, we wish you good evening.